tight as knots, the balls beneath them roll, sweat spots pepper her knuckle brow, and I feel the urge to plug the broken dam, to stop the surge before I'm drowned and washed away in unchecked Seer Sung. She vomits islands that rise from the ocean bed, a dragon's tail that cracks the sky, silver serpents that feed on fire slither up the chimney chute on the hearthstone, a salamander squirms like a man accused of heresy. Rooks cascade against the shutters, a dairymaid kicks a pebble across World's End Bridge, the bed I made sails a lake of slow gin, Bainmort, fungal fantasy. Until the geyser of a mumbling cease, the eddies run away and she soundly sleeps once more, like a fallen log of elm on a bed of soil under a coverlet of ivy. And still I lie, listening to the frost dislodge and slide across the slates, filled with love for her crude, uncanny figure. Little by little, I'm becoming accustomed to the searing dark, as used to it as anyone can who does not see beneath the peel of one moment's fruit without splitting the rind and tasting the pulp. It feels the spirit in the air, the imp's mischievous play, at the charge for a storm, who hears them when she speaks. That time I took a long walk when the gales had passed, the knit full to bursting, rain still falling on soaking motion, the space alive with energies. I was tired at the taverns, company of grumbling men, speculating on the king and his brother's widow, his uneasy peace with France, the church's hidebound stance, wearied by the false affections of frivolous women. Beside the path near the dropping well she lay, a frog on her shoulder, hen of the woods growing from her thigh, a hum in the air like 1,000 angry bees. I stooped to brush away the leaf litter of gold and copper and beheld the form within the form the true carpenter perceives. The moment his eyes settle on timber, it speaks. In the evenings, local people often pay us a visit from the town, surrounding farms from York, close with questions burning like hot chestnuts in the mines and coins burning holes in purses. She has me close the shutters, light the tallow, stoke the fire and toss a sprig of dried lavender into the flames. I set a bowl of ink, a bowl of water on the table between a vial of ink and a smaller flame. I settle her in a chair in the furthest corner, wrap a robe about her shoulders, then a shawl, neatly tied a black scarf about her head. And as the shadows play in the heavy smoke coils, it seems she watches my preparations with the patience of a barn owl in a cemetery. They pay a shilling in the antechamber, knock 3 times, and enter, bidding Ursula by the fire good health. She listens to their tales of woe, their yarns of hate, mundane worries. I stand hidden by a screen and listen to the secrets fill the half-filled bowl. Mistress, where lies my stolen coat? How to find my fortune? The charm needed to lift a hex from a cow? How best to resurrect a long dead cock? Shall I walk to the 13th field in a red dress under a new moon and lay wild mushrooms under his pillow? Is the boy who calls me father the true seed of my loins? wife bear me a son. They uncork the vial to take a single drop of ink into the scrying bowl. It clings, falls. After the soft pot, they slice a fingertip with the blade and squeeze out a single drop. Then watch the threads of destiny swirl in patterns of problems, affirmation, negation. In the chamber's smoky atmosphere, they cudgel their own interpretation, squinting against the dancing light. Through circles of rippling reflection at adulterous swirls, strands of cuckold's fleas in the water, slow illuminations appear, spiraling symbols, pictures, portraits, writings that end with the signature. You would think the lie would lash me like a fishwife's tongue, ache like a knot in my lower back, but you judge me harshly, for she is as real as you are. No simple effigy. For when I found her, freshly fallen, in the woods, I knew she was more than an ancient tree, but a shining one, who long ago, to escape the face of iron and flame that raged over Albion, stepped from this path and into the soft grain of a seedling to seal herself safely within. On the tail of that storm, from the phoneme, on the lap of the nid, it flowed again. The drip of rain from the leaves spoke another guttural letter. When heard together, they said, "Beag," a word that will release her from her sleep in the cell of sapphire rings. And now, in the chamber, the visitor whispers the words I heard the woods and the river say, the words that float in water, and names untie the knots, open doors and blur all the edges. Ursula stirs, and the sound of bees rises with a mist that chills the room despite the fire's roar. The visitors tremble, some flee in a goose-flesh rush, some remain, stare for an instant through the gates into fairy, across stepping stones, over a river of blood, to a quiet grim field of the fallen, where a maiden who comes dancing from a barrel mound between the spread eagle corpses of warrior kings, and whispers something just within visitors' ears. As quickly as it came, cold mist clears. The vision disperses. The drone of bees recedes. Only the crackling spit of fire fills the chamber, and the visitors, shaken, give thanks to Ursula, gather up their belongings and head for home towards a fate they think they know a little better than before, and surmise they can now control. And I'm left with the besom to sweep, rinse the bowl, clean the blade, open the shutters to stars and sky, let fresh air brush the remnants of the smoky gate away, and guide my dog-tired bride to bed, to dream. And as she sleeps, I lie awake once more, strung across the early hours, riddled with things half seen from the relic of safety of a lattice screen.